Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Board of Commission, City of Bowling Green, Kentucky, regular meeting, City Hall, September 16th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. We're going to begin tonight with the invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll turn it over to my colleague, Commissioner Carlos Bailey.
Actually, Commissioner Dana Beasley Brown today. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. It is my honor to invite Mr. Antonio Santoyo to the podium. He serves as the minister at La Luz del Mundo, the Light of the World Church, for the past 24 years. And previously serving in New Jersey, he is now here in Bowling Green, so welcome to Bowling Green. And his responsibilities include guiding, protecting, helping, and counseling members of his church community. And he is passionate about preaching and sharing the gospel, and he strives to bring peace and faith to all in need. And he is joined by his wife, Ana Santoyo, and she serves in their local church here in Bowling Green as a volunteer working with the children's ministry. And she is passionate about teaching biblical values to the next generation and encouraging mothers and teachers in their calling. And I just want to thank you, Minister Santoyo, for giving our invocation today. Your church is such a bright light in our community. The BG Festival that you all hold twice a year, it's become a can't-miss event in our community. And I encourage anyone who has not been to a BG Festival to go. They have amazing cultural celebrations and dances and music, incredible authentic food, and fun and games for the whole family. And my family loves to attend every spring and fall. So thank you so much for all that your church does to make our community such an incredible place. And I'll invite everyone to stand as he leads us in the prayer.
Good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. And I would like to invite everybody for a moment of prayer. I'm going to pray in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. First of all, God, we give you thanks for the life that you give us and the opportunity to be in this place. Blessed Lord, we ask you that everything that happened on this earth is permitted by you. Today, gathered together, we want to ask you to bless Bowling Green and its authorities. Who has the place by you, we believe that you have the power to guide them and help even in the most difficult moments. That is why we ask you to direct them in the decisions that they must make, to give them wisdom, protect them from all dangers. Help them, Lord, in everything that they do. Receive this prayer in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. So much. If everyone would join me in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Tony. At this time, Mrs. Jackson, will you please provide a roll call?
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Perigin.
Here.
Commissioner Bailey.
Here.
Commissioner Beasley Brown.
Here.
Mayor Alcott.
Here. All right. Wow. Jack, can you turn it down a couple notches back there? All right. Mr. Meisel, comments at this time.
I have a couple of awards to acknowledge, Mayor, and then I have some other business to take care of. Just do it all at once, if that's okay. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Cameron Levis. Cameron, where are you? Go ahead and stand up. Cameron was awarded the Community Health Champion Award from WellCare of Kentucky. And with that award, Bowling Green Parks and Rec will be receiving $3,000 donation from WellCare of Kentucky. Cameron is one of 12 nominees or winners, and he'll go up.
Test it now, Jeff.
Stand by, we are having technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. So he is one of 12 winners, and if he'll go up to Louisville, I think on the 24th, to receive the award, and there's a chance he'll be the overall winner and receive $5,000. There's a good chance of that. So congratulations to Cameron. Well done. Thank you for all you do. Next item is that we received notice that we, again, are award-winning with our popular annual financial report from the Government Finance Officers of America Association. This is our colorful report we put out each year with our financial report. It's about 10 or 12 pages. Congratulations to Finance on this one. Well done. This is the 14th year in a row we've received the award for our PAFR. And to receive this award, you've got to submit the big one, the ACFR. And we've already gotten that award, so it made us eligible to get this one. So congratulations to Finance on that one. As they say, it's a triple crown. We get it for this, the CAFR, and the budget binder that we submit. So three awards there from GFOA. Okay, on to other business is I need to ask you all to accept 2 late files. We realized that these had slipped through the cracks through important projects for parks. Since we're not meeting the first week meeting in October, if it'd be okay, I'd like to add these 2 municipal orders, 2025-229 and 2025-230, if you all will give me that courtesy.
I move to add.
Second.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Any discussion on this movement? None. Roll call to add.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes.
There'll also be a need for a closed session. I'd like Ashley to read the reason for that one.
Pursuant to KRS 61810-1B, for the purpose of deliberations on the future acquisition of real property by the city, as publicity would likely affect the value of the specific piece of property to be acquired by the city, action to follow.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Discussion? None. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes.
And then finally, if anyone is in the audience who would like to make public comments, please sign the register in the back corner of the room. We'll take those up after our regular session. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Mizel. First item of business is from regular meeting, September 2nd, 2025, approval of our minutes.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Hill. Discussion? None. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-221.
Municipal order approving the promotion of Benjamin Craig to the position of police sergeant in the police department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
I'd like to ask Chief Delaney to come up and make his recommendation for sergeant promotion. Chief?
Mazel. Mayor, Commissioners, it's an honor and privilege to be here tonight to make this recommendation for Officer Ben Craig. If he would please stand. Before we get into the technical part of Officer Ben Craig, he's known by his peers and everyone in the department affectionately as the Gentle Giant, but he's also known to be caring, kind, compassionate, and he has a servant's heart. Those characteristics alone, I could stop right there on the recommendation. But as I move forward with his recommendation, he comes to us from Western Kentucky University, where he played football there. He earned a bachelor's degree in sociology and a minor in criminology. And then after his career on the football field, he decided to join the police field. And he was hired by Western Kentucky University, where he had a long career there for about 8.5 years. He promoted through the ranks, and he was a sergeant. And we were lucky enough to recruit him from WKU to our police department. He started with us in 2016. Since that time, he's become a crisis negotiator. He's one of our valued police training officers. He's a firearms instructor. And in 2022, he was the recipient of the Officer of the Year Award. In 2023, he was the recipient of the Character Counts Award. it is without any hesitation that I truly recommend Officer Craig for this promotion.
Thank you, Chief. Craig, do you have anyone with you you'd like to recognize? A little wife? Well, congratulations on this milestone in your career, and we're glad you're still with us. So, commissioners?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, we're going to make it official. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, congratulations, Sergeant Craig. Municipal Order Number 2025-222.
Municipal order approving the probationary appointments of Allison Bailey to the position of Office Associate 1 in the Human Resources and Risk Management Department, and Jennifer Graves and Jillian Johnson to the position of Office Associate 1 in the Parks and Recreation Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mazel.
I'd like to ask Tiara Britt, our HR manager, to come up and make these recommendations. The first one for Allison Bailey is a new position created in the FY26 budget for HR, so thank you all for that one, and I'll turn it over to Tiara. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Like Jeff said, we would like to make a recommendation for Miss Allison Bailey. She's here tonight, if she would please stand. So she is going to be appointed to the Human Resources Department. And actually, let me give you a little background on these office associates. So they're going to be doing a little bit of the POE duties, record keeping, scanning, any assistance with payroll. We had a total of 277 applicants. We narrowed it down to 185 using our Test Genius Office Associate exam. And for this position in particular, we interviewed 12. So Allison was our choice, of course. And she has earned her GED through Barron County's Adult Education Program. And she also has an associate at Sky. She has some administrative experience with the club at Old Stone, but most recently, she is currently the coordinator with the Barron River Area Development District. She also has a certification in human resources, as well as advanced business administration. So we are super excited to get her started. More than happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Tiara. Are we going to do all three or just this one?
All three? Okay, so please, Ms. Jennifer Graves and Jillian Johnson, please stand as well. So these two ladies will be appointed to our Parks Department. And Jennifer, we are stealing her from Cumberland Trace Elementary. She is currently the office support specialist, but she also is a graduate of the Federal Way High School in Washington. She began her career as a retail sales manager at Camping World, and she relocated here to Bowling Green. And then we have Ms. Jillian Johnson, who is a graduate of Warnings High School. She has her associates at Sky, and she also has certifications in general business and human resource management. She also has a little bit of experience as a spare parts coordinator for a Subaki Automotive in Portland, Tennessee. So they are all very well-rounded, and we're excited to get them started.
Okay, thank you, Tiara. Ladies, still stand up. We have a little tradition here. If it's your night and you brought someone with you, we'd like it make it part of their night. So we'll start off with you, Allison.
Yes, this is my fiance, Brian, and my mom, Tina.
Hello, thank you very much. Jennifer?
This is my husband, Cam Graves, and then my son, Aiden Graves, and my daughter, Reagan Graves.
Fantastic. And Jillian?
Yes, this is my husband, Jake, and my daughter, Susanna.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night tonight. I believe we have 5 commissioners that can make this a night to remember, and y'all celebrate safely, and we'll make this official. Correct, commissioners?
Congratulations.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Congratulations, Alice, Jennifer, and Jillian. Municipal order number 2025-223.
Municipal order approving the probationary employment of Jordan Miller to the position of System Analyst 1 in the Information Technology Department.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Mizel.
This is another one of the 11 non-public safety positions you all approved in the budget. This is for IT. I'd like to ask Tiara to come back up, our HR manager for IT, to make this recommendation. Tiara? It's the Tiara show tonight.
So thank you, everyone. We'd like to make the recommendation for the system analyst position. But before we do, we've got a couple of departments that we'd really like to thank, one being yourselves, commissioners and mayor, and another being our PIO, Miss Debbie Holland West. We haven't hired for this position since 2023, and back then we only had 10 candidates. So with the HR department and our partner departments, we kind of revamped our recruiting with job postings, creative ways to get the word out there. And this year we had 93 applicants with 71 that we qualified. So, you know, along with the innovation from our PIO, as well as the approved salary wage increase, you know, including COLA, that created, you know, an additional $17,000 for this position. So we have some really great candidates. We're excited to get that many. So thank you all. And thank you, Ms. Debbie Holland West. So we would like to recommend Jordan Miller. He's not here with us this evening, but he is a graduate of Warren Central High School, and he has dual bachelor's degrees in computer engineering and computer science. And he also, he completed a software engineering internship with Lexmark, and he's currently the IT analyst with Churchill Downs. So very excited to get him started, and let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Tiara. Questions? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Congratulations to Jordan Miller. Municipal order number 2025-224.
Municipal order approving the probationary appointment of Aaron Britton to the position of landscape gardener in the Parks and Recreation Department.
So moved. Second.
Second by Commissioner Mizel.
We need to fill a vacancy in the landscape division. I'll ask Tiara to come back and make this recommendation as well.
Hello, Tiara. Welcome back.
So this is going to be for our landscape gardener position. They are going to be helping with weeding, pruning, some light equipment work. But this gentleman, he's here with us this evening. It's Mr. Aaron Britton, if he would please stand. Originally, he worked with us back in 2016 as in the seasonal capacity in this department. He done very well, but he had to finish his military service at the time. So he's come back to us as permanent part-time and now promoted to full. A little bit about Aaron. He began his career, like I said, with us in 2016, but served in the Army from 2003 to 2015. He later continued his service in the U.S. Army Reserve in Kentucky and Tennessee. And then following his military career, he was a foreman for Modern Mechanical. So he's well-wanted as well.
Aaron, thank you for your service. Welcome back to our city. You have anyone with you? I do not. That's someone with you. Well, you can wave to your family, and we're going to make this official, Aaron. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes, congratulations. Municipal order number 2025-225.
Municipal order authorizing and accepting the purchase of fiber for radio tower sites from Bowling Green Municipal Utilities and service aggregation routers from Motorola Solutions, Inc. through Sole Source in the total amount of $279,386.25.
Moved.
By Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
I'd like to ask Stephen Epley, one of our IT managers over engineering and infrastructure, to come up, and so I don't butcher this up, but I'll give you a little quick overview. I'd like to thank Ashley Remington. She's here, our communications manager. This project was originally budgeted $1 million, and we're saving a tremendous amount of money. And I'll let Stephen explain the highlights of this one, but this is a really good project.
So the goal of this project was to upgrade and replace some outdated equipment at our radio towers that are used for our public safety radio system. We continue to look even after the budgeting cycle for ways to cut costs and still provide adequate service to our 911 services. So partnering with our local utility companies, we're able to provide fiber service to those sites now. That will prevent us from having to replace some outdated aerial equipment. We'll still be able to use that equipment as backups until it does finally fail. So it'll give us two paths of communication to all of our radio towers where we only have one.
Okay, thank you very much for this detailed information, important communication devices.
This will be split 50-50 between city and county. Radio committee, IT, and 911 communications all partnered together and figured this one out. So it was a good team effort, and we're happy to bring this to you well under budget. So thank you.
Thank you. There's questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-226.
Municipal order authorizing the submission of an application to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet for County Priority Projects Program funds in the amount of $669,586.14.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Mizel.
We have two streets, roadways that are needing repair that are going to cost more than your normal overlay job. So thanks to Jake Moore and Nick and Brent, we found this grant that we'd like to go after. It's the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Department Rural and Municipal Aids County Priority Projects Program. The county word in there doesn't mean anything. It's made eligible to cities too. But we would be improving about 1.1 miles of roadway with a 20% match on this one. We would like to resurface Riverview Drive and Plum Springs Loop. Both of those need a little extra work and are going to be a little more expensive due to the high volume of traffic they have and the load of that traffic that's traveled on those roads. So with your permission, we'd like to apply for this grant. We would be required 20% match, which is $167,000, and then total project would be around close to $837,000. And I think Jake's here can answer any of your questions that you have on this one.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mizel. Will this hold up this project until we get this grant approval for that Commerce Street?
I believe we will wait to see if we get this grant before we move forward, because it would eat up a lot of our overlay money. So this that's separate from Commerce.
Okay.
Commerce connects to Plum Springs Loop, though. It tees into it, I believe. So, but this is
Commerce Street's still in play.
Commerce is on. That's with our own.
Now, are we doing a similar improvement on Plum
Is-
Springs? And
I don't
Riverview is
think
going to be a
it's-
different strengthening.
Jake, go ahead. I don't think
Process.
it's quite as serious as Commerce, but go ahead.
Commissioners, this is going to be taking about 4 inches of the top layer of pavement on both of these roads, and also doing some minor shoulder improvements, just because when you have so much traffic, especially Plum Springs Loop, that's all industrial, that's a lot of trucks, and also with Beach Bend, that's a lot of trailers, a lot of event traffic. So these are repairs that, like Jeff had said, that these are too expensive to be covered in the overlay, but this is not going to be, a full, complete, super brand new improvement. It's basically these funds would be used to put the road back to how it was when it was first open to the public, but it's not like it's going to be in a better condition than it was intended for. So more of, it's not a Band-Aid, but it's not replacing the road altogether as well.
Thanks, Jake. Further questions? None. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-227.
Municipal order designating and authorizing city officials to execute checks and to open new investment accounts on behalf of the city of Bowling Green.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
With the separation of our Assistant City Manager and CFO position as of this past Monday, we need to change a few things around with our signatures on our checking and investment accounts. We'd like to go back to the way we were before the combination, and that is where the Assistant City Manager and the CFO will be on the signature cards along with the other Assistant CFO for our signature cards on our checking accounts and any investments that we may do. So just need your approval on this one. I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel. Questions? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-228.
Municipal order approving amendments to the City of Bowling Green financial policies and procedures and manual of purchasing policies and procedures.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Bailey. Mr. Mizel.
I'm going to hand this one off to Katie Shallerward, our Assistant City Manager. Katie?
Erin and I worked on this together, so I want to give her credit with this as well. But again, as Jeff just mentioned, as we're separating now the two positions, Assistant City Manager and CFO, we needed to update our financial policies and our purchasing policy to make that designation between the two and what the responsibilities are now as the separation occurs. There were a couple other cleanup items while we were taking this opportunity to bring it for you again, just to update. In the financial policy, one small change we made in here was very specifically to match the ordinance changes that we had not too long ago, and that was on page 6, dealing with our revenue collection and where we receive cold checks. So that was just a cleanup item to match existing language. And then with the purchasing policy manual, under the section for vendor appeals, we needed to put in some specific time periods for us to respond to an appeal, for an appeal to be applied, and if that appeal were to be appealed again to the city manager, there's just some timelines that we added for that. Otherwise, all these other changes are specifically to either have the CFO or the ACM, city manager or designee essentially apply to all of these adjustments in the policy.
Thank you, Katie. Okay, questions, commissioners? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2025-23, first reading, non-binding.
Ordinance creating cable franchise. Ordinance setting forth the requirements for obtaining a franchise for the operation and maintenance of a cable system in the city of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Setting forth conditions accompanying the grant of said franchise and providing for the regulation and use of said system.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Hill. Mr. Mizel.
This is something we've been working on for 12 years. It's negotiation, it's hard to believe, but negotiating with Spectrum on our providing cable services. Hillary worked hard on this one and kind of took it over from Gene Harmon, our previous city attorney, and Linda Ain is our hired gun for telecommunications law, and all three of them have done great work over the years, getting us to this point today with this new agreement or franchise agreement. Hillary will have to help me fill in the gaps, but mainly the changes here, we lose free service. We can no longer receive free service. We'll have to pay for any cable that we are providing. And then there's a local store you can go to that will be set up and dedicated. And then we're not responsible for any capital cost, any relocation, replacement of any of their fiber. And Hillary, what else? Any other big items in here?
I think those are the main things. When I started negotiating this, Bruce Wilkerson was here, and he was adamant that they have a store. So we agreed to 3 years, and we've already gotten 5, and now we get 3 more, so it's actually 8. And then while we've been negotiating, we've gotten free cable all this time, so I feel like we've gotten the benefit of that. We would be responsible for capital costs if we ask them to replace it or to relocate it, but if it needs repairs, Spectrum Charter has to pay for that. So this will work very similar to our other telecommunications franchise in that we will do 2 readings and then open the bidding, and they will charter, maybe Cox by then will submit a bid, and then we'll put in ordinance approving an agreement with them on the agenda. So this will also allow us to get rid of Chapter 7. I don't know if any of you have looked at it, but it is not applicable at all to anything we do. So we'll finally be operating correctly in the cable franchise area. So.
Great, thank you. Commissioners, questions at this time? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2025-19, second reading, binding.
Ordinance creating an interlocal agreement with Warren County and Barren River Area Development District. Ordinance creating and approving interlocal cooperation agreement with Warren County and Barren River Area Development District regarding use of opioid settlement funds.
So moved. Second.
By Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Hill. This was 5-0 at our last meeting. This agreement to take our opioid settlement dollars up to $1 million at this point, and maybe further as we go down the road. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2025-20, second reading, binding.
Ordinance amending Code of Ordinances. Ordinance amending Chapter 15, Business and General Regulations, to add Subchapter 15-10, Regulation of Massage Facilities, and further amending Chapter 24, Sexually Explicit Business Licensing Regulation, related to Subchapter 24-2, Definitions of the City of Bowling Green Code of Ordinances.
So move. Second.
By Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Perigin. This was also 5-0. We had 2 events. We had a public information event that we had to the community to announce this ordinance, and then we also had discussion for the community. And I understand there's some people that might want to discuss this, and it's still an open item up for final vote tonight. Dana, I'll give the floor to you.
Thank you, Mayor. We have had such incredible support and thoughtful feedback from our community on this ordinance, and I want to thank the media for helping make sure our community was informed and engaged. And especially because I'm often asked, why ordinances require 2 readings. And this is a perfect example of why. The first reading gave our community the time to learn about the proposal, share feedback, and for us to make any clarifying adjustments. And because of that process, the ordinance today is even stronger than it was before. This is democracy at its best, when the people who are most directly impacted have a real opportunity to shape our solutions. And so I especially want to thank all the licensed massage therapists who are here tonight, who engaged with us over the 2 weeks that we had between the readings. And your feedback helped us clarify the language, and so it's easier to understand and comply with, and while still, really addressing that important issue of preventing human trafficking. So I just really want to thank all of you all who engaged in this process and helped make it better. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Hillary, our city attorney, to explain the specific clarifications that we added.
Yes, one of the things that we struggled with from the beginning was how do we regulate all massage therapists? We did not really know what the state requires as far as the licensing, good standing, education. And so that's something that we've just learned really in the last 2 weeks. We went back and forth about leaving them in, and after meeting with them, some of the particulars really don't apply to them. Some of them are similar to hairdressers in that they may have booths at different facilities, which would then require them to get a license for each. There are just some different examples like that. So what we decided to do, based on the fact that they are licensed by the state, is to say that they will be exempt from the ordinance so long as they bring in a copy of their state license to licensing. They sign an affidavit saying that they will not allow anyone who is not a licensed massage therapist in good standing to give massages where they are working in their facility. and that they will also post their exemption certificates. And that was important to some people because I think they felt like if you have that certificate from the city and your state license, then this place has been checked out by both. We know you're in good standing. We know you're licensed by the state. We also know that the city has looked at everything to verify that, and you're good, as opposed to someone who's just opening a massage facility without that license. So I've added that language in there. The only penalties that would involve someone who's exempt is if they went into bad standing, continued to give massages, if they let someone who is not licensed give massages there, if they misrepresented something on their exemption request, or if they violated any of the unlawful acts related to sexual conduct. So we feel like that is really probably the best way to accomplish what we're doing here, if that makes sense. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, questions at this time? Okay, thank you, Hillary.
We don't have any questions real quick before we vote.
Do we have any questions on this ordinance in reference to, from the public? Which you can at this time come up to the podium. This is not for the after, but this is directly for this ordinance. You can. All right.
Already on.
You have updated copies in front of you.
So, second vote will amend it as standing, and this will be final. Hillary?
Yes.
It's a very minor change, so.
It didn't require an amendment.
Clarifying. No further information or questions, comments at this time. Roll call.
Hill?
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2025-21, second reading, binding.
Ordinance closing a public right-of-way. Ordinance approving the closing of an unapproved right-of-way located between 1418 and 1422 Mount Ayr Circle.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Perigin. This is also a 5-0 approval at our last commission meeting. Any further questions at this time? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Ordinance number BG 2025-22, second reading, binding.
Ordinance amending Code of Ordinances. Ordinance amending various chapters of the City of Bowling Green Code of Ordinances to make revisions identified in the judicial review and administrative revisions.
So moved.
Second.
By Commissioner Brown, second by Commissioner Bailey. This was 5-0 in approval of our last commission meeting. Any further comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-229.
Municipal order approving Lovers Lane playground improvements in the amount of $549,378.49 with Game Time through Omnia Partners Cooperative Purchasing Contract.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Mizel.
As you all know or recall, in the FY26 budget, the capital improvement projects, we had the Lovers Lane Soccer Complex Playground replacement. This playground, I think, is roughly 25 years old, original playground when the park was built, and we have budgeted for a replacement of that existing playground, and we're going to modernize it. We're going to put in the pour-in-place surfacing, the more inclusive surfacing for children of all abilities. With this project, we're going to remove the mulch, and we're going to regrade it and install the concrete apron, put in the playground, new playground equipment. Pictures of that are in your packets that we left on in your seats tonight. And then we'll put down the pour-in-place rubber surfacing for the all-inclusive access. So we found a good deal out on the Omnia Purchasing Cooperative Agreement, and the name of the company is Game Time, and total project will be $549,000, and recommend approval to use Game Time. And Brent Belcher is here, can answer any of your questions you might have on this one. But we're excited about this one. This is really in need of replacement, and it'll be the new surfacing that we're trying to do as many places we can that's affordable. So there's a highly used playground here every Saturday when there's soccer games going on, and really any day of the week. So, but Brent's here, can answer your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel. Questions at this time?
I'm just really excited about this playground. My son will turn 18 in November. I can't believe it. And he has played soccer since he was 4. And my daughter, that means his younger sister, has been playing on that playground since she was 2, and she's 15. So yes, I mean, that my family has used it. I know tons of kids are on that all day long. We got the loops that parents can walk and jog on. We have all the soccer fields, and just kids are all over that playground. I'm really excited that they're going to get to have this incredible new playground for siblings to enjoy while their other siblings are playing soccer or practicing, and I'm just really excited. So thank you for making progress on it and for making it inclusive as well.
I got to echo that. And I like it that you guys are listening to the community by making it all inclusive for every child of every different ability that can actually go out there and play. So no child has to feel like that they're sitting on the sidelines and just not doing anything while other children are having fun, just being a child. My kids also use this as well. My oldest daughter is actually 25, going to be 26. So I got a 25-year-old to a 15-year-old, so all of them have used it and stuff. So to make it updated and to make it all inclusive, I know there's going to be a lot of children that's going to be out there that is thanking you, thanking Cameron, because now every child can have some sort of fun while they're at the playground. So thank you, guys.
Okay. No further questions? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Municipal order number 2025-230.
Municipal order authorizing a change order to the contract with Scotty's Contracting and Stone LLC for purchasing asphalt through a sole source in the amount of $196,000 for a total project cost of $237,500.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Beasley Brown, second by Commissioner Perigin. Mr. Mizel.
So here's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This one is it's in our budget, FY26 CIP budget. We were going to have Public Works go and do an in-house paving of Hobson Grove golf cart paths. We were also going to repave Lampkin Park walking trails, and as well as Patago Park, and resurface the landscape mulch storage area out at Landscape Division. And so we realized that Public Works Operations already had a PO out there for $41,500, and what we would like to do is piggyback on that PO, which took it over my authority of as city manager, $75,000. So time is of the essence with the asphalt, as you know, to get these done. So thank you for letting us put this in as a late file today, but this will allow us to move forward with the paving projects at Hobson, Petago Park, Lampkin, and our own Landscape Division facility. Brent Belcher is here, can answer your questions on this one, but request your approval.
Thank you, Mr. Mizel. Questions at this time, commissioners? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Okay, as we're checking for public comments, I'll make a couple announcements. We'll go to closed session in a minute. We are rescheduling or pushing back the October 7th meeting to October 21st, 2025. That'll be our next regular meeting here in City Hall. Okay, if you would like to make public comments, Mrs. Jackson's given me, I will bring up at this time Leanne Kerr, or if I got that right. Great. Leanne, for public comments, I'm going to pull out my little timer here. We give up to 5 minutes. I'll let you know at the 3 and the 4 mark, and I would ask you to keep your comments within that time, but the floor is yours in just a second. I'm not a good multitasker here, but I want to give you the proper time.
Yes, thank you.
All right, timer. Ticketmaster keeps coming up. Apologize. Where are we?
I can do it for you, Mayor, if you like.
Got it. Okay, you ready?
Yes,
I'll
thank you.
begin. You may begin.
I'm Leanne Kerr. I live at 1910 Price Avenue. A couple of my neighbors are here as well. We're advocating to continue the fence behind Price Avenue that's on the backside of Menards. The lack of fencing where they stop the fence has created basically a gateway for our neighborhood, or at least our section of the neighborhood, that is funneling people through on a consistent basis, all times of the day and night. We've never had this issue before. I've lived at that residence for 10 years now. It's never been an issue until now. The worst thing we had in our neighborhood were deer, turkey, foxes. That didn't bother us. But not feeling safe going outside of your home, never knowing who's going to be there, especially for my other neighbor that's going to be here and speak tonight. Unfortunately, I fear for her safety. She comes out of her home to strangers at her back door, strangers in her garage, strangers in her yard, and we all feel the same way. It's like it opened a gate that allows people just to say, let me cut through here. I'm directly across from Hannah. She gets the brunt of it. She's not able to go outside. She's not able to take her dogs in her backyard. And like I said, I enjoy going outside. At night, I like to look at the stars, whether it's in my front yard or my backyard. I don't feel safe doing that any longer. We've seen people trying to break into homes. We have neighbors that are unable physically to get up and protect themselves, and we have concerns for them as well. That's all.
Did that under 2, so.
Short and sweet, so.
I understand you're concerned, and I know there's been some ask, but we will continue to advocate to see what we can do.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Hannah Tibbs. Ready, Hannah?
Ready? Hi, I'm Hannah Tibbs. I'm the one she was talking about. To explain, Hillary has a lot of pictures. We've been talking for a very long time. So she said she can give you guys the pictures afterwards. They extended the fence to my property line, and on the other side of me is a tree line. So it's just my backyard open to the public now. I actually drove by and took a picture of it today. So like if you pull in Menards, the brick house that you see, that's me. And so on the other side of it is an apartment complex neighborhood. And so what they do is they come down the tree line and they come through my yard. She also has a police phone call because I came out to get in my car one day and a man in a black mask and a black hood came up and ran at me. I got in my car, and when I shut the door, he was pulling on my car handle, trying to get to me, laughing. He stood outside laughing. I called the police, and she looked up that call, so she has that. He rode off, and the police never found him. But there's probably, I would say, 20 to 30 pictures of people just in my yard, people I obviously don't know, and people who have not been nice to me if I speak to them or ask them not to be in my yard. Just last week, I went out to get in my car, and a man drove through my yard on a moped and just drove past me down my driveway and just didn't acknowledge me. It's just used as a cut through is what it's done. It's just my yard, my driveway is now the cut through. My dad lived there for 15 years before I did, and when he passed, I took the house over, and there had never, I've been going to this house for 20 years now. There's never been an issue until now. And, it's also caused a lot of, financial strain on, getting cameras. We're, you know, trying to fence in the backyard now to keep this out. And, you know, like Leanne said, just like going out to my backyard now, when I open my back door, I look both ways. And, you know, this is my backyard, so it's a big deal to me. It might not seem like a big deal to others, but to me it seems like a really big thing.
So Hannah, to understand, the Menards fence stops in your yard or adjacent, and the ask is, what is the ask?
Well, Hillary and I have discussed either just having them finish their fence. It's only 5 houses. So that's kind of confusion for us, is why not just, it's not like we're asking for another mile. It's me and 4 houses. So where they've stopped, I guess, is like they're saying a zoning issue. And so they've just like stopped it kind of in the middle of us. So like it stops like on my property line on Glenn's side, and then I have an older neighbor named Jerry. He's the one who can't walk, and Leanne has footage of a man breaking into his garage who came from my backyard, and he said that he sat there and watched him break into his garage, and he couldn't get up and stop him. But he is the one who has the tree line, so it like kind of funnels him around into my yard, which leads to the side of his garage.
So
it's hard to explain.
You're
without-
wanting Menards to take the fence all the way to the end of their property line to keep people from coming in
Yes,
through people's houses or through their yards.
Yes, if they could just finish their fence is our ask, just to the end of the neighborhood, which is 5 more houses.
Mayor, can I add, and Hillary, can I help me here? But with the rezoning, what happened is this is like kind of a technicality. The piece of there's a separate parcel that backs up to your house and your other 4 neighbors' houses, I believe, that still remains single-family zoned property. And so due to that, there was no zoning change on that parcel, so there was no requirement for them to do any changes to that parcel. So they're left holding the bag with the open border, so to speak, along that boundary. So that's where we couldn't get any traction because of there wasn't any zoning change on that property. And Hillary's researched it. We've been back and forth for probably a year now. I handed off to Hillary to try to chase us down, and we've had no.
And one of the problems is the residents did not realize when you read, when you read development conditions, when you read that whole packet, it can be very confusing. So they believed the fence was going to go the length, but it does not. And Menards has been adamant they will not extend that fence because they're not legally required to. And that, it's a very, I'm sure you've seen it, it's a very pretty, large fence. The next thing that we went to was to ask, on Hannah's behalf, her husband can actually build her a fence, which would build their family a fence, which would keep people from coming into her yard. And so we just asked Menards to donate the materials just for her husband to build a fence, not even the labor. And the last email I got says the store manager reached out to me and said you'd called. I talked with management. Their position has not changed regarding the additional fencing the neighbors are requesting. They have just not worked with us at all.
If it just extended to Hannah, what will happen to the neighbor? Is it to the left of you or to the right of you?
So if you're looking at the back of my house, it's to the left of me. Like if you're at Menards and you're looking at my backyard.
Okay.
Are you asking like where the tree line starts?
Well, I'm asking, I guess, if you were able to get the fence, what would stop, I guess, the issues that you had not happen to the next?
You mean a
Yes,
fence in
yes.
my yard? I thought
Yes.
you were, okay. So there's a tree line that leads to my yard, and then there's the fence over here, so it would just cut off the opening, is what a fence in my yard would do.
I got you. So if the rest of yours was fenced in, everything else would be cut off then, pretty much?
It would have to kind of go around the big brick fence that Menards has built, and like then go around my fence. where right now it's just completely open. So to one side of me is a tree line, to one side of me is the fence.
Got it.
So it would close this.
Anna, they're walking behind the wall though to get to the other end sometimes, right? To like Meyer or over on
Yep,
Gary
so
Farms.
sometimes they come from where the apartments are, they come down the tree line. Sometimes they go, cut through and go through my driveway to go wherever they're going. And then sometimes, they follow all the way down the brick fence, and I don't know where they go, but go straight down.
Mayor, can I ask Hillary a question?
Please, yeah.
So I remember this meeting when we, voted yes because we had talked for a long time about making sure this neighborhood was protected from the impact of bringing Menards. And my memory is that this fence and dividing this neighborhood from, this Menards development was absolutely I don't think there was any confusion in that meeting what the intent of our vote and what we said we would vote yes if they agreed to this. To me, if I went back and listened to that, I'm unsure as to why there's any confusion in the final agreement, because I am agreeing with the neighborhood that my memory and intention was that the fence would completely cut off the neighborhood from being able to access from this side.
Well, and Mr. Williams is here, and I've talked to him about this. We've met in person. I've read everything. We've talked for hours probably about this. But the problem is that the rezoning, the whole packet, only applied to this parcel. They only requested this parcel to be rezoned.
Right, but I'm pretty sure what we agreed upon in that meeting had nothing to do with the property line of what being zoned. The statement was protecting the neighborhood from this development. And
I
that
can
would-
go
there would be
back
a full-
I think going back and looking, because
Yes.
hi, Mr. Williams, we've talked for hours upon hours also. My recollection is the same as Commissioner Beasley Brown, that we promised this neighborhood that they would have a fence the whole way. And I also understand there's maybe some homeless activity back there.
I actually have on my notes too that I forgot to say, I found drug paraphernalia in my backyard, like rubber gloves and then syringes, and the amount of trash. Again, Hillary has so many pictures of my yard just being covered in trash. And certainly with the meeting, my dad was actually at that meeting, and he passed away with the understanding that we were going to be safe from this construction.
I do think we need to pull the notes and maybe watch that meeting, because I was under the understanding, and I'm not sure why Menards is being this way. I mean, they obviously have created an issue for a neighborhood, and if they want, customers to want to go there, they might want to be community people.
And I have explained that, and I have explained to them how Bowling Green operates, and that Bowling Green takes care of its residents. And I'm trying to think where Josh is from, Josh Melder. And the supervisor here just says he does not have, he doesn't have the authority.
Let's say that would be true, Hillary, but there's a vice president of that company. There are people that do have that authority that need to be contacted and need to see what's going on.
And that's why we're here. I've asked them to come down and meet, and I finally I know Jeff sent him a long email.
I think, and Steve, the local store manager here, has been
Very
good,
nice.
very nice, good to work
yes.
with. But his hands have been tied. He just can't take it any further because he's waiting for his upper level, executives to approve it, and we just not had any traction with them.
And I explained we would be here at some point.
But my ask would be to go back and refer back to the specific
So
thing that we signed.
we're gonna try to take this up a notch. Hannah, thank you. I broke into some of your time, but we got well over the 5 in there somewhere. But Mr. Williams is also here, and I want to bring him up and
Okay,
speak
thank
on
you.
this issue.
All I can say is there's a big security deal, both sides. This couple, 3 weeks, they've even had a break-in in their sheds, like 7 or 10 of them.
When you say they, Menards?
Menards.
Okay.
And it came from the back. I've even walked up, and of course, we get it galore over there. You can walk out the back door, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna meet coming from Myers to Menards, because there's an opening on both sides of that fence. And like I told the manager over there one day, I said something about the fence. I said, yeah, I said, it's a fence to nowhere. There's no connections. It's a decoration. Why put, I don't know, $250,000 in a fence, and it didn't accomplish anything but for a picture? And last night at 10:30, about 10:30, 11 o'clock, the cover sack down there, it's actually behind my house. Their little dog's been sick, so I was up with him. And somebody they could do it all the time, come down there and start doing donuts. If he did one, he did probably 5 or 6 out. You go out there right now, you'll find trash. And yes, I've talked to Jeff and I've talked to Hilliard. We've done everything, that I can do. And that was a big misconception in the meeting, because all the local people, when they set a fence on the east side of Menards, everybody here knows that Menards owns the whole field. Not just the commercial part of it, the whole field. But in some technicalities that we got screwed, just say it like it is, they did it just for the commercial stuff, and they can't do the rest of it. They did leave 3, they rezoned a lot of it. I tried to get across to somebody, you just grandfathered some stuff in, didn't change it all. No, I don't know what grandfathering is. I shut up. I even, old country boy, business person, I know what grandfathering in is. So I don't know the answers. There's 50 feet that fence was set back. There's 50 feet there that is another major problem. If we see something out there that is no home person, out there doing whatever, we had some kids come through there the other day with a 4-wheeler, went out and did all kind of things out there in the flat land. Okay, if they got hurt, who's going to end up in a lawsuit? They come across our property to get there. Sure, they're going to hit Menards, but how come we're getting caught in a trap? And I've been over and talked to him myself, and he is all for us. But Wisconsin people are barragers, and that doesn't suit with everybody in the business world. But I mean, you watch what is whatever it is. Of course, I can keep going. I've traced a lot of it back. I started on them before they even put the fence up, because I caught it. I missed one of the meetings, and they put the fence up, and they couldn't even get the marker lines on it in the first place. They had to come back and extend it. I mean, I didn't even have the plot in front of me and knew something was wrong. So I've been fighting it since last year, about February. But I couldn't get anybody to, because of this one particular thing, that is a little glitz, that when you say a fence and you know they own the whole piece of property, where is it? And I've got questions, I'll be able to answer any way you want to. I mean.
So, Mr. Williams, you're at 4 minutes. What is your ask?
Is my house,
Your ask.
where am I at? I'm
No,
like,
your ask. Just like before, to complete the fence on their property line, is that your ask?
yes, because it actually says it's the whole length of Eastland Park. That goes from Bowling Green High to Myers. They didn't even connect with Myers. So you can walk around it down there and come across, and we see people coming across, go up Eastland, bags in their hand, and as I say, I can keep going with, you don't know who you're gonna meet, and then if something goes on in that 50 feet back there, we can call the police, and then they gotta call Menards to get permission to get on there. Time that happened, they done back around on that parking lot and they're gone. They can be halfway to Franklin before they get there. So why, and we've been back there, I've been back there for 32 years. And it's been very quiet. Everybody that comes back there says, man, this is amazing, being in the middle of Bowling Green, and you don't hear traffic anyway. And it still is. And then we didn't understand that there was gonna open up Highland coming down through there, which made a wider open place.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time.
Okay.
Thank you for the community's input on this issue. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to closed session. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in session. We've gone from closed session. We had some real estate discussion, and we have an ordinance from that discussion that is ordinance number BG 2025-20.
Actually municipal order, but I will read it now. Municipal order approving an option to purchase property at 500 East Main Avenue owned by U.S. Bank, leased to U.S. Bank, and authorizing the mayor and other authorized city officials to execute the option agreement, deed, lease, and all other necessary documents.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Mr. Mizel for discussion.
Thank you, Mayor. This is part of a long-range plan. As we grow, we need more office space for our downtown campus, City Hall campus, as we call it here. We are in the process of planning what we do with this campus, but this purchase will allow us some interim period type space to use for 4 or 5 departments as we're growing over the next several years. So request your approval.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Mizel.
And if we could just go back, we needed action to add this municipal order, and then we will vote on it, please.
So moved.
So are you good with the same motion and second to add?
Yes.
Is that okay? I'll do a roll call real quick.
Let's do, this is for adding the motion.
Yes. Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown. Alcott.
Yes. All right, and this is the motion on the floor to approve this purchase of this property. This is municipal order number 2025-231.
As I've already read.
You've already
So-
read.
Yep.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Perigin, second by Commissioner Beasley Brown. Any discussion further on this purchase? All right. This has been brought to us by our city management team, and we are looking at the future of where our community, how we grow. And we're in a facility that will probably be here till the end of time, as long as we can. However, we have a growing city, over 600 employees, and we're in multiple locations just on this one property alone. Where the City Hall, we have the City Annex, we have the White Building, we have the Finance
Works.
Building,
Public
we have the Public Works Building, all located separately from each other, HR on the first floor of this building. And this will be an opportunity to plug and play, as our city manager told us. This is a facility that is located within the adjacent square, literally across the street from our city, and it can be readily available for us to be able to go into, and we think the price is right if we can make sure that everything is exactly the way we need for the inspections on this facility. So without that, I just wanted to state that this is an exciting time for our city as we look at the future, but this is just a piece of the puzzle. Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Perigin.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Beasley Brown.
Yes.
Alcott.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are adjourned.